Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 2020 money and career reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. Now before we dive into this reading, let's clear the energy space, also raising our own energy vibration. So take a nice deep breath in, releasing it whenever you feel comfortable. Releasing all negative energy from your body like storm clouds from your nose and your mouth. Perfect. Okay, so let's start with your chakra. With your chakra cards for this time. Gemini. July 2020 Gemini. Money and career. Ooh, goodness. July 2020 Gemini. Money and career. July 2020 Gemini. Money and career. Angels. Ooh, goodness. Okay, these two right here. Perfect. You have both Earth star chakras located 6 inches below your feet. You have Mother Earth, and you have nurturing. You're nurturing Mother Earth's energy at this time. Also, Mother Earth is nurturing you. There is a power, there is a coming together of power, strength, and understanding. And let's move to your spirit animal and totem animal cards for this time. If you see these animals in the wild or an image of these animals, this is your angels and your spirit guides tapping you on the shoulder, Gemini, saying, remember this message. Gemini, July 2020, money and career. Gemini, July 2020, money and career. Gemini, July 2020, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, show me clearly. Guide this message and show me clearly. Ooh, fantastic. Oh, wow. You have 3 that fell out, which is quite intense, but I love it. Okay, so you have the mouse spirit, tend to the small things. Then you have the fox spirit, think on your feet. And you have the ant spirit, time to collaborate. So tend to the small things as you think on your feet. It is time to collaborate. So that's beautiful. Okay. And now let's see what the tarot has to say. Gemini, July 2020, money and career. 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 Gemini. Angels and spirit guides, guide us clearly, guide us clearly. Guide this message and show us clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Gemini, money and career, July 2020. July 2020. Gemini, money and career. Show us clearly, show us clearly. Show us clearly, angels and spirit guides. Guide this message. Oh, goodness. Guide this message. Okay, actually, these 3. There we go. Guide this message, angels and spirit guides. These 2 right here. Angels and spirit guides. Okay, fantastic. The last row. Then just like that. Okay, so we have the first row, which is your inner self, the second row, which is your heart, and the third row, which is how people perceive you. So we're starting off with the Queen of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is awesome, the 4 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords, which is you coming through. You're really owning your life, yourself at this time. Your Heart, Four of Wands, which is gorgeous. Four of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune, things are really changing. And the Nine of Wands. So now you have the repeat of the number 4 3 times, which is divinely sent to you. So you have this need to take care of yourself, to turn inward. Okay, pampering yourself is going to be a big deal for you during this time. Just taking quiet moments, long baths, nice hot showers, things like that are going to be very good for you, Gemini. Then we have the Knight of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, the Nine of Wands. Oh, I'm sorry, the Five of Cups, there we go. The Three of Wands, and the Lover's card, which is, of course, you in the Major Arcana. You're coming through in the Major Arcana and in the Minor Arcana. You now have a repeat. Do you have a repeat of the... Yeah, you have a repeat of the number 9. Okay, you have the repeat of the Queens, so you're coming to things with a very queenly energy to you, meaning more caring, more nurturing, more quote-unquote atypical feminine, all right? The 9s are showing you that you're very close to a completion of a cycle when it comes to your financial goals and when it comes to your work goals, okay? And before we dive further, let's see anybody that you have to kind of just be careful about, be mindful of during this time. Gemini. Who does Gemini need to be mindful of with money and career during July 2020? Who does Gemini have to be mindful of? Oh, this one right here. With money and career during July 2020. Who does Gemini have to be mindful of during July 2020 with their career? Do we need a third one? Yeah, I'm seeing a third one here. So let's see. Okay, well, now you have 4. So it's a bit intense, but let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so we're starting off with Wand energy, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is an older person, most likely a woman, but it can be a more feminine-minded man, all right, or however they identify themselves. The energy that you will get from around them will be feminine, and this is, again, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Then we have Cernunnos, which is a Capricorn energy, a time frame December 22nd to January 19th. And then we have Sagittarius energy, so this could be very much the energy that you're being warned of with the Queen of Wands. Sagittarius is a time frame November 22nd to December 21st. It's very interesting that the Sagittarius energy goes right into the time frame of Cernunnos, of the Capricorn. So just be aware of that, okay? So that time frame is December 22nd all the way to January 19th, 2021. And then we have the King of Wands, okay? Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What this is also telling me is because whenever I have the King and the Queen from the same suit from the same deck, this is soulmate connection. So it can be that you're really invested in your work, your passion, your creativity. It's taking over everything. So just be mindful of this during this time, all right, Gemini, because this can be like you're really into all work and no play, but also taking things very seriously, wanting to move forward in your career, getting really mad at yourself when you don't see yourself setting the goal, like keeping the goals that you have set yourself. And so just be mindful that things can kind of spiral out of control a bit easily when you get too work oriented, when really anybody in life gets too work oriented, okay? So we're starting off personally. You have a very strong connection here with the Queen of Wands. Now, because the Queen of Wands is cornered, all right, by the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, it makes this nice little corner right here. This looks like a really good sign for you. It really does. So in one aspect, I think what Spirit is showing me is that if you do all work and no enjoyment of life, it doesn't even have to be play. It can just be laughing, having fun, just embracing joy. You are going to find that things start slipping away. And you're also going to have to come to terms with certain things when it comes to your career. the way that you want to move forward, maybe having to kind of think on your feet, yes, which is exactly what your spirit guide is saying, tend to the small things. The Queen of Wands, you know, and the King of Wands, they look like they're willing to like spring out of their chair at any moment, go after everything that they want, everything that they desire. And so here it's kind of like step back just a little bit, step back, look at what you want, look at where it is that you want to be, and look at the passion that you have for everything that you desire, everything that you need to move you forward. Because there's something here where as you have your passion, your, determination, the reason why you're on this earth coming forward, and your intellect and your mind, you're going to have them marrying together, really kind of marinating, really making something rich and beautiful and multifaceted to be able to move you forward. And as you do, the Nine of Cups comes into play. The Nine of Pentacles comes into play. And the Nine of Pentacles is prosperity, success. It's having your garden and looking at it and being able to tend it. You're also needing to look at the big picture. So yes, your spirit animal, as the mouse, is saying tend to the small things, but don't forget to look at the big picture. Don't forget to look at what's driving you forward, what you truly desire. Spread your wings, step out of your comfort zone, but also protect the prosperity that you have been building, your dreams. You're going to see here that the war that you have been through, okay? And it's really going to be true for you, Geminis. The war that you have been through holds you back. It does. It's like your heart is saying, I need to rest. I'm tired. You have the repeat of the number 4. You need to take care of yourself. And then you have the 5 of Cups. You're looking at everything that was lost, everything that, broke your heart, everything that has happened. It's like, okay, change your mind, change your life. We're always going to have failures. It's not to poo-poo the failures that we've had, but it's to sit there and say, I can either define my life by the failures I have been forged by, or by the successes that have raised me up. And you have a choice. And it's like, yes, life can be a battlefield. Life can be an endless battle that never stops. Or it could be something rich to be enjoyed. And you're like, listen, I need the heartbreak. I need the pain. And you might not think, like, you might be sitting there saying, Dane, I don't need the heartbreak. I don't need the pain. I don't need the disappointments. But how would you know joy? How would you know success? How would you know bounty? And so here, it's instead of sitting there and saying, I'm waiting for that next shoe to drop. I'm waiting for everything to go wrong. I'm waiting for me to mess it up again. I always do. It's like, no, I have been through that time. It forged my heart. And I have stepped back. I have ruminated on it. I have connected with it. And I know that I have lost, but I have gained also. And that is what I'm focusing on right here. That is the power that's moving me forward. And as you kind of get that mantra in your head, get that way of looking at things, first of all, it promotes wealth because it raises your energy vibration. Okay? It raises the power of you. And secondly, it steps you out of the negative mindset, which causes panic, which causes upset, which causes disappointment. And so then we have the 4 of Cups, which is showing God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of love, of passion, of creation, of desire, of what your heart longs for. You already have 3 before you. You see them. You know them. But there's another gift that's coming that has been hard sought, okay? That has been well earned. And as it comes in, you see yourself. And I love this queen because she's just so powerful, so regal. And it's like, yeah, I see. I see my power. I see my understanding. I see my truth. I cut through doubts and fears to move me forward. This is the essence of you. Now, the pure essence of you. This is the essence of you in the minor arcana. This is the essence of you in the major arcana. They are set between the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is, again, battles. And it's saying, I can listen to the whole entire world yelling at me, or I can listen to my own counsel. Battles fought, and yes, I'm tired, and yes, I'm overwhelmed, and yes, it doesn't seem fair, but I've come out the other end. And because of the adversities that I have faced, I'm stronger. I might not have wanted to be stronger, but I am. I'm more powerful. I'm more business-minded, okay, goal-oriented. The Queen of Swords also shows that personally, you're taking nobody's bull. You really aren't. You are cutting through the doubts and the fears that you have in your own mind for yourself. You're sitting there and you might find that you're a bit of a hard ass. I mean, just to be really honest with you and excuse my language, but you're going to be a bit of I'm going after what I desire. I'm going after what I want. I will not back down. I will not, lose focus. I know where I need to be. And the Queen of Swords, she's the warrior maiden. Think of her as Boudica. I mean, that's how I like to think of the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is the person who rallies everybody together, who has seen hardships and pains and disappointments. Boudica's history was not a nice history. Look up Boudica in English history. There we go, and you will find that it was a hard one. It was a challenging one, and beyond the realms of challenging. And she rallied the British troops together. Okay, the different Celtic tribes or British tribes when the Romans had taken over. And she said, we're going to fight against them. We're going to give them something to fear. And she did. Now, in the end, she lost. She did lose. Okay, they traveled with their families, with children, with carts. It was not the same. But the Romans were so afraid of her that she lives on, because they wrote down an account of how absolutely terrifying she was. And as sad as that is, because she was not a nice person, is as powerful as that is, because she did what had to be done. And she did something that seemed remarkable. She rallied her people together. They couldn't agree on anything. She had them rally against an enemy and fight. And so here, you might find yourself going up against the odds, okay? Looking at things, rallying your understanding, your truth, your passion, your power, and saying, how does this work? How does this come together? But you see it, you find it, you understand it. And it leads you to a victory. In your heart, you might be very drawn to new business opportunities, okay? Very drawn to an idea of changing up your career, expanding your career. You might be looking at something as a side project, but really having big plans for yourself. This is a time where your heart is dreaming big. Your heart also has to take into factors here, that you have been through hardship, pains, and disappointments. You need to rest. You need to take care of yourself. If you don't, your body will make you. Okay, you might feel like you just don't feel good. You have a bit of a cold, this, that. Your body will feel run down if you don't take care of yourself. Because it's like, okay, I need to rest. I can't keep on pushing myself so hard and so long, especially when it comes to your mind. If you want new ideas, you need to sleep. If you want to be able to tackle something head on with power and focus and veracity of spirit, you need to take care of yourself, because you're looking at celebration. You're looking at a reason to rejoice. And your heart sees it. Your heart sees it before your eyes see it, before your brain registers it. It's like, oh, wow, this is what's coming, right? This is the joy, the prosperity, the success, the bounty, the beauty that's coming my way. I have to heal, or else I will not be able to accept it. And that's just the truth. You have to heal, or else the crops, they will rot. Okay? The 9 of Pentacles. They'll rot. You won't see that the harvest has come in. You won't see that you're moving forward towards passion and power. And as you let yourself rest, as you start to see the big picture of what you desire, of the way that you want to move forward, we move to the 10 in the major arcana, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Everything changes. Yes, you have your highs and your lows, your lefts and your rights. And sometimes you're going to feel that your heart is on a roller coaster ride. You'll be like, heart, please, just cut me a break. Be happy with this. Look at this and rejoice. And your heart is going to sit there and say, we could do better. We can push further. We can go farther. And it's like, okay, maybe yes, maybe no. But there's change coming in and your heart feels it. You need to change with it. It's like a molding of the seasons, a coming together of what is desired. And so, yes, everything changes. Yes, everything is powerful. But so are you. So do not feel, because at times you will, that this is out of your control, as if the gifts are handed to somebody else and you're just along for the ride. No, the gifts were handed to you. And changes that are coming are the changes that are needed for yourself, for your passion, for your power, for the way that you want to move forward. And I like that you go from 10 and you count down to 9. And the 9 of Wands, again, your career. Everybody yelling at you. People might have a very set idea of the person that you should be, the path that you should take. You might also be fighting a battle of the expectations of others. Okay? But remember, you're the warrior queen. And at times, guys, I'm going to really tell you, you're going to be tired of being the warrior queen. You are. You're going to sit there and think, oh my gosh, do I have to fight a battle every time? Do I have to sit there and think and rethink about it? Yes, you do. That's what you were born in this lifetime to do. To look, to comprehend, to dig deeper, to know more truths, to see what it is that you desire and go after it. Because with the 9 of Wands, you're victorious. You made it through the battles. And you will see, Gemini, if you look back, you've made it through so many battles. You might be thinking, when will it stop? Why can't it just be easy? Nothing in life worth having is easy. And you may think that's a saying in a fortune cookie, but it is also a saying of life. Nothing is easy. Sometimes I look back, and I was raised by my mom, my grandma, and my great-grandma. And I look to see the easy in their lives. Where could I have inherited that? And they don't have it. They didn't have it. They had different hardships, each life sculpted to each individual. But they all had them. Some of them hardships that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. And that's part of life. And so here, as the tides change, as you see things more clearly, look at the 9 of Wands not as a defeat, but as your success. Passion, power, determination. There's something big that's happening with your career. There's some, you're bumping it to the next level. Your person that you need to watch out for, Sagittarius energy, is your sister sign. So it's almost like your twin aspect is somebody that you need to keep an eye on, because you're going to be catapulting forward. Okay, there's going to be a huge jump that comes in when it comes to your career. It can be within the realms of thinking. It can be that you're offered a promotion. It can be that there's certain passion, certain power, where you see this whole new avenue opening up to you. But you move forward in it publicly with the Knight of Cups. Now this is a water sign energy, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer. Now it can be that you're moving forward in career with a water sign energy. Will this water sign energy be as cultivated within this career as you? No. This is somebody you're going to have to guide, because in your career, you're seen as the queen, okay? And in their career, they're seen as the knight. They might be really seeing themselves as a defender of you, kind of like you're their champion, and they will fight for you, okay? Very much so. But there's a passion that moves you forward. There's also simply a passion that moves you forward. Your heart, your soul, your ideas, your discovery of self. You are raising that chalice. You are going after what you love. And you are really focusing on your goals, on where it is that you want to be, and what it is that you want to develop. Now, as you do so, Gemini, what comes in is the 5 of Cups. Change your mind and change your whole entire life. There is a tendency here to look at the cups that have spilt. Disappointments, hardships, pains. You're looking at the 3 cups, and it's like, I can't trust anybody. I can't move forward in success. I'm always going to be second-rate, mediocre, depressed, overwhelmed. And I'm not speaking negativity over you. I am telling you what Spirit is showing me so that you are prepared. So that if it does happen to you, and remember, these are general readings, take, kind of cherry pick what resonates with you and what doesn't. Take and leave what does not. So when it doesn't resonate, when you sit there and you say, Dana, I don't need to change my mind to change my life. I'm heading in the right direction. That's awesome. But for those of you who are listening and who see the disappointments, the pains, the hardships, the anguish, the everything, and don't see the beauty, it's standing right behind you. Turn around. Even if it's simply your connection with your angels and your spirit guides, your connection with divinity, the fact that the God's head lives within you. In Hinduism, Brahma said, I hid the God's head within man, because that is the one place he would not look for it. Look within. You will find it. The beauty, the love, the passion, the desire. Okay, it comes. And it moves you forward in excitement. It moves you forward to cultivate and give birth to a new adventure. To move forward, to see your ships coming in and also your ships going out. There's a time here, okay, you have this gift coming from divine. You didn't ask for it, it's coming anyway. It changes things. It really does. And then you start to see how you can use this and utilize this within your career. How you can move forward, right? And as you do so, you're rooted in you. You're rooted in you twice. Twice. In your inner self and in your public self. And your public self is seen more authentically as you than any other. Your passion, your desire, your beauty, your power. You're opening up your heart. You're looking at your soul. You're calling into your life exactly what it is that you desire. So be very mindful of what you're thinking of, and also the energy of others that you let surround you. Because there can be somebody who's very kind of Eeyore, down in the dumps, oh, woe is me. And that person you're really not going to have a lot of sympathy for. Right? This is a time to go after your goals. Might people think you're too business oriented? Yeah, they might. Most definitely. But this is the time to look at what you're nourishing, what you desire, the way that you want to be moving forward. And there's something more that you're planning for. You might be planning to start your own business. You might be planning one day to get married. You might be planning one day to really move up the corporate ladder. It really doesn't matter what you're planning for. It's big and it's celebrated. It's celebrated by your friends and your family. And it has been a long, hard road to get there. And your heart knows it. You have to see it too. So let's go deeper. Show me more deeper. Show me deeply. Gemini, July 2020, money and career. Show me deeply, Gemini, July 2020, money and career. Show me deeply, Gemini. Ooh, okay. Show me deeply, July 2020, Gemini, money and career. Show me deeply, July 2020, money and career, Gemini. Show me deeply, show me deeply, show me deeply, July 2020, money and career, Gemini. Show me deeply, show me deeply, show me deeply. And then these two. Six of Coins, the Magician, the Moon, Pisces energy, a time frame February 19th to March 20th. Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, Page of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Oh, the Ten of Cups, and they all live happily ever after. The Five of Wands and the Four of Coins. All right, so there's something here trying to mess up your happily ever after at times. You're definitely aware of it. You're kind of tired of it, actually, Gemini, to really be honest with you. So we're starting here with a balance. You might feel like everybody has their hand out, and they're like, Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Or that things just aren't balanced and fair, and you want things to be balanced and fair, especially when it comes to work, when it also comes to your prosperity and the way that you get to enjoy your prosperity. So a balance is needed. Boundaries are needed, okay? It moves you to the Magician. As divinity hands you these gifts, okay, the Magician's power comes forward. There's a way that you look at things. There's a way that you look at you. And it's saying, as above, as so below. As I believe it, so it becomes. And having that belief in yourself, that power within yourself to move you forward, is absolutely paramount. There's also a sense of believing that you have this power around you, believing that you are worthy of this energy, of this understanding. It moves you forward. And the moon, okay, as you're embracing your warrior queen self, okay, the moon is saying there's a part of you that you're afraid of. There's a part of you that you might sit there and think, oh no, I can't. Oh no. Because it's been shrouded. Now, it can be the Gemini energy to say, oh, I want to help everyone. I want to be kind and keep everything nice and settled and calm and, happy. I want them to like me. And the moon is sitting there and saying, why? Some people, you don't need to like you. You just don't, because they're schmucks. Okay? You don't need them in your life. Why are you worried? There's a sense here with the moon card of fears being revealed. And as the fears are revealed, you face them. And in July, you might be sitting there and saying, listen, world, I'm really done facing fears. Like, have you not noticed what's been going on? And the world says, I don't care. This is about you. This is about you and your soul and the contract that you agreed to long before you came here. And so you will be facing the fears. And you will also know, Gemini, that sometimes we're just meant to be afraid. Afraid of the unknown, afraid of uncertainties, afraid of everything that piles up around us. And we still have to move on. Pisces, if Pisces can overcome their fears, they can conquer the world. Gemini, in July, if you can overcome your fear and you can stop trying to please everyone, you can conquer the world. It leads you then to the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is visualize, 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 and don't get lost in the realms of imagination. Now, imagination is great. I am all for imagining, letting your, subconscious move forward. But this is when you make dreams your master. This is when you live in the realm of imagination without active, mindful manifestation. You might say, what's the difference? And it's a very subtle difference. Okay? And for me, the act of mindful manifestation is seeing yourself doing it. And then seeing yourself doing it so much that your mind sits there and says, hey, listen, lazy, get up off your tuchus, go do it. Go after what it is that you want. Go for what it is that you desire. You're doing it anyway. Why aren't you doing it now? Imagining is in the murky, distant someday, I always. It's like, no, do it now. And it moves you forward to greatness and beauty, but it also has you, and it has your heart, moving away from something it once thought it would love. It's like, I'm sorry, it doesn't fit. Like Cinderella's stepsisters. In the original Cinderella, first of all, it was a furry shoe, so it was a fur-covered shoe, so it wasn't a glass slipper. And her stepsisters were asked to try it on, as they were in Disney. But instead of just squeezing their foot in, one stepsister cut off her heel, the other stepsister cut off her toes, and the foot fit until it filled with blood. And yes, I understand, it's like, thank you, Dane, too much sharing. But there's something about that. Until you give too much of yourself, and it overflows the vessel that can hold it. That's the time when you walk away. That's the time when you say, no, it's not for me. And that's it. It's an ending, for some as severe as a divorce. It's bouncing back. It's sitting there and knowing, yeah, there'll still be a few battles, okay, sure. It can be within the subconscious. It can be within the everyday, depending on, your situation. But you're done. And it can also be with a narrative that said you could never be the magician. You could never move forward. Your life could never change. It had to stay the way that it was, and you're done. You're done with that. And it moves you from getting inspiration in the most unlikely of places with this little fish right here talking to this boy. It's the salmon energy of the, of the totem animal for July. Love, joy, acceptance, success, prosperity. Filling your life in your love. Filling your life and your home with things that you love, your work, yourself. And it moves you to publicly the 10 of Cups. Like, people see you, Gemini, having the 10 of Cups. You have a very strong connection with also a water sign energy, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer, okay? So just be mindful of that, where there's something like you're walking away from something, but you keep on coming back to this water sign energy. It's kind of like this person is going to be there. It's like, yeah, your centering person. And again, you're going to know more than this person because you come through as a queen and as your major arcana self. But this person is in it to win it. They are. And the 10 of Cups, joy, prosperity, success, bounty, beauty, abundance. And they all live happily ever after. You're working towards your happily ever after. And people around you, okay, in business, in your personal life, they see you moving really closely towards that happily ever after. You might not see it yourself because you have the battles that you are still fighting inwardly, externally. You know, it can be small things that blow up into big things, but it's also a sense of internally fighting, can I move forward in my career this way? Am I deserving of it? Do I know what it is that I want? Do I know where it is that I need to be? And as you're moving forward and also as you're changing your mind, you're seeing answers to these questions come. And the answers are, yes, you do. You deserve to move forward. Yes, you do deserve to have the life that you want. And then there's the 4 of Coins. And that's very interesting that it's over the essence of you in the major arcana. Because the 4 of Coins, for me, is my vampiric energy card. Okay, you're blocking, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, she's blocking her solar plexus. Well, her chakras and her solar plexus. She's not letting the energy flow through her. Now, it can mean 2 things. 1, right, you give too much. And now it's time to rejuvenate, heal, right? You might be giving too much money away. You might be. You might be trying to help too many people. And it's like, whoa, hold up. Tighten the reins. Look at things really honestly. Okay? And then move forward. And it can also be that people are trying to take. Take and take and take and take and take. And your body is like, enough is enough. I can't give anymore. Right? Your prosperity is your energy, your power, your beauty of self. And you're done. And this is saying here, it's time to look at the vampiric energy. It's time to look at the people in your life who are leeches and say, enough is really quite enough. Now, let's see what people will be aiding you during this time. What people will be aiding Gemini, July 2020, money and career. What people will be aiding Gemini? Ooh, okay. So I had a whole bunch of people come forward. Okay, I think this one and this one, because they're the ones that were facing up first. Yeah, that feels right. Okay, so we have you, Gemini, in the minor arcana, Queen of Swords again. So it can also be air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Queen of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And the Prince, I knew it. I knew you were always only going to get women. I was like, okay. And then I was like, no, you're just, I love it. I love it. Okay. So there's the sense of blessings coming to you, especially at night. Passion, determination, it resonates through your bones. I love how the Queen of Cups was next to the Princess of Cups. Your heart is evolving, all right? And you're going to see that evolution, but you're also going to be very much a part of it. So you're going to see it evolve. You're going to see yourself evolve, but not as clearly as others will see you, okay? Also, very strong connection, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Queen of Pentacles, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then Queen of Swords, yourself, Gemini, but also Libra and Aquarius. Very strong. You have the 4 queens here. All of them. This is a very femininely guided month for you. The way they will fight will be like women. Okay? So guys, fisticuffs, women destroy your personality, type of thing. It's very quote unquote atypical feminine energy, or what you would identify as feminine. Understand that. Understand that these people are going to be your greatest allies. But also when it comes to your career, there's somebody here who kind of puts a damper in it. I'm seeing a Sagittarius energy in your cards, but it can also be a fire sign energy, like passion becomes too much, you become too focused, it becomes like a forest fire, okay? And that won't help you, that won't aid you, that will hinder you, that will hold you back. You're moving forward, you can feel the wind calling to you, this need of freedom, this need of discovery. You are the warrior maiden, well, the warrior queen, not maiden, the warrior queen in July. You are. You're ready for it. You're ready for that passion, that power, that beauty to move you forward. Prosperity is calling to you, and you feel it. You're going to be getting a lot of ideas. Take a notebook, write them down, talk to people, listen, learn, understand, because you're cherishing something beautiful, and you will honor it for the rest of your life. You will. But also, the water sign energy is a person who's learning something, who's taking it in, and who will cherish it. Okay, they have that air about them, that air of coming together, understanding, building, comprehending. The earth sign energy, somebody with a huge vibrational pull, okay? When they speak, they might boom. Their voice booms. There's something about them that very much is reminiscent of the drum, okay? And then you're set free. And you're setting yourself free. You're going with the wind. Your subconscious message when it comes to people is the Hierophant, right? Taurus energy, April 20th to May 20th. This is a person who will help you, aid you, move you forward. Because our last question was of the positive people that will be in your life. Your tarot subconscious message, 9 of Cups. You had the 9 of Cups before. Did you not? I think you did. No, you didn't. You had the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. Prosperity, success. Others see it more easily than you do. Start seeing it within yourself. And start embracing it. And living in wealth, instead of in the fear that things will fall apart and fall away. It's not being reckless. It's being contented and satisfied and satiated with life and enjoying it. Your subconscious next tarot message is the 3 of Wands. Passion's going out, giving birth to things, creating, cultivating. You're sending it out. It'll be returning. Take it in, look, understand. Your subconscious chakra message is universal light. This is the star soul chakra located 6 inches above your crown. Universal light moves through you and grounds you. You're anchored from star soul chakra to earth chakra. So from 6 inches above your crown to 6 inches below your feet. The earth and the ether guides you. And then your subconscious tarot message, well, not tarot, spirit animal message, there we go, is the frog spirit. Clear out the clutter and focus your mind. It's time for a fresh new start, and it's time to embrace it. All right, Gemini, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe.